Hey everybody, it's your boy Dre, and it has been it's been a minute when I think about it. It's actually been more than a minute since I have gone live. Kind of been hibernating, so to speak, and not really knowing what to say. It's kind of funny. I've been sitting on this for a month or so, and a lot of, I might even say, let me just clarify this. Not a lot of people have asked where I was. Very few people, fellow content creators, kind of reached out to me. Um, Two really, in particular, have been very, or I say really two. Three have been very like in my texts, making sure I'm okay because I haven't been okay, and I haven't known how to express that I haven't been okay. Um, I've been fighting this in my heart. Like, well, before I even get into that, let's actually go down the list of important stuff. It's not with my family, my wife, the kids, they're good. We're all good. We weren't good for a while, and it wasn't because of uh, anything that anybody did in the community. It was just things just got rough in our household. For a couple of weeks, we didn't know what was going to be going on, and I've just kind of mentally had to take a step back to see what I was going to do and how I was going to do things because I didn't know where I wanted to go. I didn't know what I wanted to say. I didn't know what I wanted to really do in the space anymore. I don't really collect toys as much. I feel like I've lost touch. And maybe that's in part of what I was going through. You know, my wife actually had lost her job. And that's where I'll start with this. I know it's a little all over, and I'm usually a little bit more organized, but I'm shooting off the hip for this one. You know, the wife lost her job, and things got kind of hectic. We were trying to figure a lot of stuff out. The kids are, you know, there was potential for something for me, and that kind of fell through with advancement at work. I still have my job, so that's good. It's my day off, actually. I changed my schedule. Um, I'll be working midnights 4 days a week, and I'll have my weekends free, and I'll be off on Tuesdays. Um, but I went to my wife a couple weeks ago, and I sat down with her, and I was like, I don't know how I feel anymore. Like about content creation, about my passion, like all that stuff. There, there, here, I felt like I lost the love for it. And it wasn't like buying it, it wasn't like having it. It just, I lost it. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. And I've tried to think about it. I've tried to figure out every possible way to talk about it. But the more I've spent time away from YouTube, I think about what one of the content creators that reached out to me personally, and you know I don't want to put him on blast, but he is a hell of a great friend. I mean, everybody all knows Dave and I are brothers, and we talk every day. And we don't talk every day now because he's working and he knows I'm getting crazy, but I still talk to him every day. I mean, it's if not every other day. But the other two, I'm not going to put on blast because I don't need people to start saying like, "Oh, well, I did this," or if you talk to me, you talk to me over these last couple of months. If you haven't talked to me, you haven't talked to me. I'm not going to mince my words and talk about who did what and say, oh, thank you. If you wanted to reach out to me personally, you did. And he sat down and told me, he says, don't forget about the community you and Dave built, was what he told me. And I sat there and and this was, mind you, like a week after everything had happened. Like I just got hit with a wall of depression. I'm not going to mince my words. I was depressed. I still am depressed. And I felt like maybe taking a step away would help. And I've been focusing on my family. I've been trying to find the passion again. And it's slowly and surely trying to get back into my life. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, awesome. Well, not awesome, I guess. I don't know. Been reading more, been working more, but what does that mean for this channel? My personal YouTube channel, I don't know what I want to do. I'll be 100% honest. I don't know. I have had a lot of thoughts about just not doing any more content because I'm not getting traction. No one seems interested. So it's either go back to the drawing board, figure it out, and maybe that'll revitalize my interest again. And I may do that. I don't know. I have to sit with things a little bit more to make those decisions. But time. That's what really comes down to. I've enjoyed my time not feeling that crunch to run and make content and do things, But what does that mean for Dave and you? Dave has told me, and with his utmost blessing, has given me the best gift a brother can ever give. He said time. He says, take it, figure it out, Trey. He says, I love you, man. I want you to be better. And I think that was the best thing because I don't know. The Brothers of Deconstruction will return. I don't know if it'll be anytime soon. So I don't know, stress, no, like, I love you guys and I do miss doing this from time to time. But then again, it's like all the backbiting and the drama and all that other crap I don't miss. So it's kind of been nice to stay away from it. But what does it mean in the long run? I don't know. A lot of being a dad means my time is very finite in what I get to do. And I have to try to manipulate as much as I can in this little bit of the time I can to do and spend time with my girls, my wife. It's like we got to spend this entire summer doing some fun stuff. We got to go to the movies. We got to go to the beach. We got to do a lot that if I was stuck with YouTube, it would have been a lot harder to work, and I would have felt bad that I'm letting you guys down. And yeah, I could have filmed it, but it was just fun being in the moment. Like there were some milestones in my own life that I was able to do. Like for those of you that know, I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I have been struggling with this for 15 years. And I could not sit down on the floor without having a struggle to get up. I've lost a significant amount of weight. So that's not even, it's like I've lost 60 pounds. So that's not even the issue. It's the fact that when we were at the beach a little over a month and a half ago, I was able to get up and actually get out the pool. We were in a kiddie pool and I was sitting down with Rory and I stood up and my wife was like, and I remember Lana and my wife just turned and they just looked at me and they were just like, you're sitting down in the kiddie pool. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, how are you going to get up? And I was like, I just stood up. And it was it was something that just took me aback, and those little things are I didn't need to put a camera in my face to record that. And I don't know, I've tinkered with the idea of doing another podcast. But then I talked to one of the guys in the Safe Space group chat. Shout out to Dave Wheeler, Double D. because there's Dave, and then there's Double D. So shout out to DW for just having a great conversation with me via chat a week or so ago. Kind of helped me out with just giving me some ideas on things. And I'm, like I said, I don't know. Like, I know everybody was probably like, oh, Dre will be back soon, and the Brothers Deconstruction will be talking about movies, and, you know, oh, or like you'll be doing something fun. I can't tell you guys when. I wish I could. I don't have the answer. We, like I said, things are kind of ramping up again at the house here, and we have, you know, a teenager going off to her sophomore year in high school. We have the toddler's going to be getting homeschooled. You know, I'm working a new shift, and I'll be having a couple of new projects at work that are going to be ramping up. I'm thinking about going to play D&D live action with one of my old D&D buddies that lives here in Charlotte. He's looking at opening up a game, so I'm thinking about doing that on my off day Tuesday. You know, I want to spend the weekends with the kids and the wife because we're all busy during the week. So, you know, Lana's gonna, if she does anything after school, we're gonna have to, you know, there's a lot of unknowns. So I may just do recorded content, and I may not. I know I probably lost a butt ton of subscribers, but y'all, for whatever reasons, whenever I do these videos and really kind of just shed the I don't ever think I would carry a persona like some YouTubers do, like that their persona is who you see. This is me. This is Andre. Everybody nicknames me Dre because that's what I've had my nickname as. And I've been fighting depression now for a while. I'm getting to a place of I don't know where I'm at in the process, but I'm trying to find joy again in my hobby, joy in the space, joy in this stuff. Even sold off most of my collection. Or I shouldn't say most. I sold some pieces that were just sitting, but there's a whole bunch of pieces that are moving. I, you know, just was like, got to get them out. I got rid of them. Most of my mythics. I got a couple of Mafexes that are up there. Nothing of my X-Men or my superhero ones. Just a couple of Mafexes that I had that just were, I didn't think. I bought them and I got them on such a good sale that now they're worth a lot. So now I'm just trying to move them to get them out. And I'm using those funds to take care of, you know, things for the girls, things for myself. You know, been doing a little bit more gaming, especially on my Switch. Peanut's investing more interest in gaming. So I might do something when we get a little bit more stabilized, maybe at the holidays, see if we can get her give her my Switch and let her play, because she's been wanting to play Minecraft and she's been wanting to play Super Mario Brothers and Mario Kart. That was the age I got my Nintendo, so I feel like I may have to bless her with one. You know, kind of keep the tradition alive. You know, 42 years later, can't just do it again. But yeah, like this is what my life is kind of, you know, is, and I'm happy with it. But the parts that I'm not happy with are nothing that my wife or the girls have any part in. Like, they're completely apart. I'm happy with them. I love them. I'm happy with them. I'm just not happy with my part in this, like the space. And I don't know how to fix that. And I'm not asking for, it's a rhetorical. Like, I'm not asking you guys to give me the answers and I figure it out. And like, yeah, we got it. I'm not asking that, you know. But shout out to, like I said, shout out to the people that have reached out, were worried, thought I was, pardon, thought things were bad. They kind of were. Like, I texted Dave like 3 a.m. the other day. Was like, dude, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Like, YouTube, like, just not space. And he was like, whatever you got to do, bro. And I get it because I don't want to follow the algorithm. I don't want to, like, I don't think people understand. There is a lot when you are invested in a lot of things that you want to do in your personal life, and you have a very robust personal life with your family and your wife, that you just can't take that time away to just be like, I'm going to go film something. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. It's like, I just don't have that. I don't have that luxury, to be very frank. And to those who do, I'm not knocking you. I don't. And I choose to not have that because I'd rather have time with them. You only get one shot at seeing your kids grow up, and I can't, to those of you that find that balance that are with their children that are older, I know Rory is still 5, but she requires a lot and I love her for it. So I'd rather give that time to her and invest that time with her. And I've thought about doing some stuff with the channel more geared towards her, which would not probably interest any of you, or maybe it might, who knows? Because you guys know me, I'm a big kid. But I've thought about doing more stuff with her, and I may, because she is very much into it. Lana's been investing more interest in wanting to do YouTube, but for stuff that she's interested in, and I've been wanting to help her with that. And there's a lot, that as a dad that I try to look at and assess and really put into perspective what I'd rather put my time into. Don't get it wrong. Do I miss Dave and I chopping it up, making fun of each other, making fun of the movies, and having the great guests we did? I love it. Do I miss doing the Sentai discussion with Brick? Do I miss doing the retro reboots with Allison and Thanos? Yes, I do miss those things. I miss you guys. But it's a balance that I have to strike. And I have to figure out where that balance exists for me, and where it exists for my family, and where it exists for my own really mental health. Because at the end of the day, I got to take care of me mentally before I take care of them. But I got to take care of them often. So it means I have to find that homeostasis. So what does that mean again? I don't know. You guys can tell me. I'm going to leave it to you guys. What do you guys want to see me do? Because I wouldn't mind some suggestions. Because I have ideas. And a few of the ideas are not things you guys would probably expect me to really do. And some of them are fun things I'm looking to plan, but would require a little bit more on the back end for me to prepare to do. So, if you guys want to see that, let me know what you want to see. If you guys like the content that I was rolling out, the pre-recorded content about, doing kind of histories of, shows and stuff geared towards your kids, I could do that too. I just think that with the collector space where it's at, it's so overly saturated. And I feel like y'all are fighting like crabs on top of each other just to pull a claw off to get ahead of somebody else. I get it. And it sounds really bad, probably the way I said that, but I don't really care. I think it's like I watch 4 people that on ToyTube. 4. Actually, no, I watch 5. I lie. I watch 5 people that are toy tubers. The rest of it, I kind of it falls by the wayside because there's just so much of it, and it's the same shit recycled. Like, I don't really need to hear 16 different people talk about the same damn thing. So, where does that lead me? I don't know. Where will I go? Who knows? But I felt I owed you guys that much. So, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.